Joey. What's up, boy? Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm good. I ain't worried about that nigga, dog. He can have that jank. For sure, you too. For sure. Absolutely. All right, boy, you too. You. What's up, boy? Yeah, I know. I seen that shit. Everybody calling me, hit me up. I ain't coming up there anyway. Yeah, I ain't coming up there with that. Right, right. Appreciate y'all though. Y'all be safe. Alright. See what this market doing today. See what the market doing today.
We hit Texas Instruments at least briefly. We've got other earnings. I don't know. I'm going to allow you to begin here, Jim. Where would you like to start?
Liked American Express very much.
Okay, American Express did release results as well. It's another of the many earnings movers we have this morning.
Yeah,
I'll give you just the quick look at the top line and bottom line numbers. Net income $3 billion, up from $2.6 billion a year ago. That's earnings per share of 4.28. That's up 18% from a year ago, and the stock is down.
Right, Spain is holding up worldwide. International is very good. Restaurant terrific. Luxury premium doing incredibly well. This stock has a nasty habit of going down on amazing earnings over and over and over again. And you wait. This one you buy tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow morning?
Yeah, tomorrow
Want to
morning.
give me a time?
Tomorrow morning. That nigga voice is so annoying.
Really play a role.
Got it.
Steve
Okay.
is going to do a terrific job. By the way, not kidding. This is how it trades.
So on Honeywell, I'm waiting to.
It traded in the summer quarter. Horrible.
And there's American Express.
Yeah, I mean,
Until
it's like
tomorrow
Steve said
at
nothing.
9:30.
It's like
Got
Steve said nothing good.
Nothing.
They're
Steve
on
Clary
fire.
is the CEO that you're referring to.
Now, there was one flaw.
Tell me.
He's going to the draft, and he's going to announce, apparently, he might be able to announce a jet pick. David, he's a bigger Jet fan than you are. So you got the Jets.
I thought Curtis Martin was going to announce.
Well, you don't know which round. I got to announce the fourth round one year. I picked Matt Collins. He plays really well for the Pats. He may have another receiver playing really well for Philadelphia. Go bet on that.
Kramer talking about football is crazy work. You're not Stephen A. Smith, Jim Kramer. Relax.
Ricky Waters, for who, for what, when it got to the playoffs? That's just my opinion. We all have it in Philadelphia.
We all do.
David the Mets, congratulations.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Let me find out Kramer a Philly fan. All right, I like Kramer a little bit. Let me find out he an Eagles fan.
Comcast.
Yeah, Jim. I ain't got no problem with Jim Kramer, man.
Stock is.
He rocking with my
To be
buds.
fair, it is up about 9.6% this year after a halt.
What's going on? What's going on? Let's see.
Got rid of something, was it a drag?
See what's going on in these markets. Let's check out Bloomberg. Let's check out Bloomy.
Good morning, guys. Great to be here. Thank you for having me. We work in the
Market's
process of
looking like they're
marketing
gonna be up
investment
today.
directions.
Looking like
We just
it's
raised
an alright little day so far.
yesterday.
Looks like an alright little day so far.
The prices, and what that means for your portfolio is going to stay with us. So, does that mean a little bit more inflation protection in the form of tips or commodities? Does that mean some allocation to durable growers like energy security?
Hello, Zinginger. Zinginger. How you say that? Zinginger. What's up? What's up? Appreciate you for being here. Just checking out the market. What's your portfolio looking like today? Your portfolio started out red, green. What it looking like? What is it looking like?
And then keeping the core of your portfolio in diversified assets, we think makes sense.
But still, like $300 plus earnings on the S&P for 2026, right?
Absolutely. So in the middle of
Hello, Ziggingmer. Like the video. You just blew your account. Why? How? Like you didn't come to this page before you decided to do some crazy stuff like that? Don't worry about it though. We get it back. I blew my first account on Webull. Blew the shit out of my account. It's all good though, man. It's the money printer. That's where the money at. You know what I mean? We get it right back. We get it right back, baby. Ain't nothing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wang on a string. You hear me?
Investors have been doing, especially over the time that we saw that volatility, we definitely saw investors pouring back.
It ain't no thing.
Into tickers like
Stock stall after an all-time close. Well, what did you think stocks was going to do, nigga? You thought the stocks was just going to keep going up forever and ever and ever, nigga? Watching from South Africa. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I got to get over there, man. Got to get the family over there. I heard it's beautiful over there, man. I heard it's so beautiful over there, and they want to keep lying to us and telling us that we not welcome over there. I know y'all love us over there. Definitely got to get over there with y'all. Nice little visit.
They're going to launch something called the V5 terminal soon as well. They're deploying, again, when the Starship is up and running. This is years away, but nonetheless, they're going to be able to deploy at such an enormous level.
It's dope here, no lie. I already know. It's dope there, man. They be lying. They be lying, and we be believing that bullshit. Lakers in 5. I don't know, whatever you smoking or you might want once the sleepy one shot. Yeah, you might want to go back to sleep. You probably still sleep. You think the Lakers gonna win in 5? You tripping? And that's my mob too. The Lakers is my mob. But you think they winning this series? You got another thing coming, buddy. That's like saying Sixers in 5. They both my teams, but listen, man. When it ain't your year, it ain't your year. The good thing about the NBA and about life, it's always a new season, nigga. Sometimes you just gotta chalk the season you in and say, listen, man, this the work season. This the season we ain't winning no chips this season, you know what I mean? That's alright. You just gotta gear up for the next season.
Yeah, they are, I'm just looking here through some notes and various things in terms of some of the things that they've been saying of late. Yeah, it's,
I ain't gonna lie, Lakers is looking good, though. I can't lie to you. But you know, man, they need Luka, bro. They can't, Brown old as shit. He can't do that shit. They need Luka, man. Brown old. He too old, man. Oh, shit, I ain't even go live on TikTok yet. Let me go live on the TikTok right quick.
We've hit Amex as well, and we've hit the story of the morning, but it continues to get worse, and that service now down 14%.
I'm looking at these stocks, though, man. I'm about to put an option in. These Jones is looking juicy. These pups is looking juicy.
Keep selling more and more of it versus AI, which is not expensive and it's a tougher sell. And I think that's going to be.
What's up with stocks y'all looking at? Y'all looking at anything particular? I'm looking at Robinhood and Netflix. Them joints looking. Them joints looking very tempting. I am not gonna lie. These joints look very tempting.
Interesting to watch is the competition between.
Look at these joints. These the joints I'm looking at right here. Let me see if y'all can see that right there. See that? They the joints I'm looking at right there. At Netflix, Robinhood, Circle, and Palo Alto. I'm looking at them joints. Them Jones was, and Jones alright. Like they ran a little bit. They pulled back. I think they pulled back to pick me up so I can get it a nice lower premium. But yeah, I ain't put a call option in a minute. I'm about to put one in. Dip my toe in the water.
Well, and I had Sarah Fryer on that money. She's talking about we all want, we don't want consumer, right? We want enterprise. Anthropic is enterprise. Sarah Fryer said, listen, it's almost going to be 50-50. I mean, Sarah Fryer's money, David. She's the CFO, and she's saying, listen, Jim, your idea of what OpenAI looks like now versus what it'll look like, right? Don't be caught up on the current view.
Now, I think they believe they probably have a new model at OpenAI.
Now, David, if you don't
The
want to
power of these models, by the way,
that's
it's getting pretty scary. I mean, not to mention Mythos and Anthropic, or whatever.
Man, I got the
The power of these models.
Okay.
do you have Sarah tomorrow?
No, Sarah has Sarah.
Sarah?
Sarah has Sarah.
Can I be Sarah for Sarah when she has Sarah?
No, Sarah only has Sarah for Sarah.
Niggas out of pocket.
All right, hey, listen,
Sarah only has eyes for Sarah.
I had MM Sarah. Who? Mad Money Sarah.
You have met
I had her already.
Right, with an H. Our Sarah has an A, just an A.
Okay,
No
fair
H.
enough. Where's Sarah Fryer from?
Where is she from? Ireland?
Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Don't confuse those two. Don't confuse
Oh, yeah, there
those
she is sitting with you.
two.
Yeah, I sat with her once.
Pre-Sarah.
But then never
That's
again.
pre-Sarah.
Not sure what it was I said.
Yeah. There's 40 for 40 with me.
What?
40 and 40.
40?
4 and 40.
I don't understand what you're telling
Never
me.
mind. It's 3 and 30. It's Sarah's trademark.
What do Kramer be talking about?
You're just saying a lot of numbers. You're not-
Right, he just saying anything. Like, what are you talking about?
Which show would that be?
Your show.
Wait, this show?
Never mind. Take your kid to work.
Is it
Just don't find your kid.
Just take your kid to work. Yeah, nigga Kramer must be stopped.
Say, I want you to no, Dad. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
they're kids.
I try to
Sorry.
convince him very gently.
They used to come to work. They were so cute.
Yeah, I try to bribe my kids. It's not, it didn't matter how much.
This nigga is hilarious, boy.
Pre-Anthropic. They hadn't even thought about Anthropic.
I don't know what I did here, but I'm enjoying
Have you
it.
been following the lawsuit, the
Which
court
lawsuit?
suit between the Sam Altman?
Oh my God! It starts next week, Jim.
Yeah, I know. Did you
It
see?
starts next week.
You're not
This
allowed
is
to enter.
This is the lawsuit of the decade.
Are you allowed to enter the Burning Man ketamine pool?
I don't know why.
Oh yeah, there's
Sam
rules
Altman,
on that.
ChatGPT.
Whether you're allowed to bring
Oh, y'all use ChatGPT. That's the man behind ChatGPT right there, Sam Altman. Fucking prick.
Week is the beginning of that very important trial. Of course, it's all about undue enrichment. Essentially, is what it's about. By Elon Musk
Fucking
and Sam Altman
prick.
for taking what was a nonprofit and making it a for-profit company, that being OpenAI. Elon Musk, by the way, expected to testify very early, perhaps as soon as Tuesday. I believe the trial begins Monday. We're going to be covering it, as you might expect, very closely. Sadly, no cameras in the
Watch out,
courtroom.
this Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers takes no prisoner. Takes no prisoner.
Does she? Is she known
Yeah,
for
now,
taking no
just so you
prisoners?
know, Washington Post is saying, Dave, this is important.
Yes.
Musk's attorney said, asking about Burning Man, where he was in attendance, and drugs at trial would be inflammatory and irrelevant, the judge said. But then she came back with Musk's attendance at Burning Man in 2017 is relevant to the attention he paid to his negotiations with OpenAI, which supposedly occurred during the same period. A supposed lapse in memory from ketamine use could be relevant. I don't know.
Now I understand.
See,
The
she
ketamine use
used
may be relevant in terms of introduction during the trial.
It's registered
Hey,
drug.
Jim, how about that Blackstone number? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. They're not taking their kids to work today. I don't think. Now, that is, Blackstone is, just so you know, is that software this is what they take it down
It's
because
the continued concerns around software in the
but it's
portfolio.
remember-
By the way, on that note, I would mention as well, we haven't talked about Medallia, the Tom Bravo deal that basically they gave the keys back on.
Tom Bravo has 77 drugs deals that have
I
always
believe, when they are taking them back and restructuring,
Can you
maybe
get
Blackstone that's
refund?
involved.
Can you
Say
get a
again?
refund on some of those? But remember, they had
You can't get a refund
No.
in private equity.
But if you hold it for
But
60
you
years,
can have questions then when you see a Medallia deal that was a
the
fail,
idea was really bad.
which we've known for some time
David,
in the
that's
Thoma Bravo
experience.
portfolio.
That's experience measurement. Like you went to my. Yes, let me.
I gave 10 out of 10.
Right. Well,
10
it's
out of
508 people.
5 stars.
People.
You can
So
see
look, this is all the same.
there's weakness overall in the group.
Like
John
people
Gray
don't wanna- It's
was
all the
a,
index. It's the index. It is. It's the IGV, David.
he's starting to spiral a little
It's
bit.
the IGV.
You-
That
you
is so
need anything?
untrue.
It's
I
untrue.
really was thinking. I was talking about IBM being what a travesty that is.
I'm going to get you to listen to John Gray for a moment. Because he was a guest on Squawk Box earlier.
Let's do that.
And he was talking, Andrew, I think, asked him about marks in the portfolio, because that always is an important question here in terms of where are some of these investments and or in private credit, where are the loans being marked? Take a listen.
When people are selling securities, it doesn't always reflect a lack of confidence in marks. If you look in the leveraged loan and high yield markets, there were $12.5 billion of redemptions in March because people got nervous about credit. So just because people are looking to sell things doesn't mean they don't believe in marks. In terms of marks that we see in our non-traded BDC, we list every one of our 700 loans every quarter, how much we invested, where it's marked. There's a ton of transparency. In fact, today, our portfolio is marked around 96, which is below the leveraged loan market.
Of course, Blackstone, along with so many of the other alternative asset managers, in fact, many of them a bit more, have been getting sold to stocks in part because of concern around exposure to software companies in private credit.
Service problem. You've got these traditional software companies. Dave, remember when Enterprise Software was a license to print money?
Yes, of
It
course.
no longer has that license.
And when you
It's a
see
license
margin
to
erosion to a certain extent at a certain now, even if it has nothing to do with this theme of being disintermediated by Anthropic, it's still exacerbating fears.
Yeah, and it's just in everybody's head. And that's why I say that if you want to go, if you listen to the quarter, the conference call, really only one, well, I should say, by the way, Jackson Ader, who's a fantastic analyst at Key, he had this as a sell. That was something that was the first heresy. Keith Weiss, breaking ranks. But David, in the end, there was a pretty great guy. And people are reluctant to just write him off because he's a great guy. But you can't have any margin compression in these companies. Adobe, ServiceNow, Salesforce, Workday.
And we should point out IBM shares down as much as 10% as
Now,
well.
IBM did miss some of the goal. I think IBM's an overreaction. I thought
Yes.
I thought Darwin Christian did a pretty good job, and they did have good cash flow, which is what it used to trade on. Now it's just trading on the idea that they don't have the horses; they're just not growing fast enough. It did have a downtick from the previous quarter. Dave, we haven't mentioned Oracle, which a lot of people feel is that's another one that we should worry about.
Well, Oracle had an incredible week last week, one of the
Right.
greatest weeks I've ever seen the
It's
stock
just-
have.
it's probably
Certainly a big cap stock. All right, you know what? We got to go get some data from Rick Santelli, and then we'll come
Okay,
back.
sure.
If y'all coming back, not come back.
Teams that invited me in was our Taco Bell innovation team. They allowed
Nobody cares about the Taco Bell innovation team, motherfucker.
To be honest, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Please tell Jimmy, guys.
Yes, send me messages too. Hey, Mandeep, thank you so much for joining us. That's Mandeep Singh of the Bloomberg Intelligence team. Let's get a look at some of the other movers on our radars. As I mentioned, semis on a tear, and Texas Instruments adds to that. They give a strong forecast for companies spending big on data centers and industrial equipment. Semis
Damn,
are up for
16%
17
today?
consecutive days, the most ever.
Damn.
Ball said war in the Middle East is hurting revenue in the process automation unit that serves customers in the energy industry, and as a result, those shares are down 2%.
Lululemon has typed Nike veteran Heidi O'Neill as as its next CEO as Lulu struggles to dominate the athleisure category that itself created.
I mean, still, 20 years later, I can't get over the athleisure, the term athleisure.
It's staying. I think you gotta get used to it.
I'm not going to embrace it, but I'll accept it. Coming up, Blackstone's president says this is still the year of the IPO. More from our conversation with Danny's conversation with John Gray. Next, this is Bloomberg Open Interest.
The Principal Room, brought to you by Principal Asset Management. Specialized expertise, unique perspectives, optimized results. Principal Asset Management, actively invested. Learn more at principalam.com.
An honest depth of perspective helps you implement all weather strategies.
As good as your tool. We have AT&T Business, and that's why we're the best.
You're aware there's nothing here.
Just trust the connection.
What? You guys are early. Yeah, I like that.
Get your signature there.
There. You guys thirsty? I just made some lemonade.
It's really warm in here. Like a good warm. You know, my phone still works down here. It's crazy.
If you're on Medicare and you get this, you could end up with this. Unexpected out-of-pocket costs. Which for those on Medicare or soon to be is a good reason to take charge of your health care. So consider this. An AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan from United Healthcare. Why? Because Medicare alone doesn't and making your out-of-pocket costs a lot more predictable. Call United Healthcare today and ask for your free decision guide. Learn more about plan options and rates to fit your needs. Now, if you like this, greater freedom, you'll love that Medicare supplement plans have no networks and no referrals needed. See any doctor, any specialist, anywhere in the U.S., as long as they accept Medicare patients. These types of plans also give you more flexibility when traveling in the U.S. Your plan goes with you, anywhere you go in the country. Even better, Medicare supplement plans with the AARP name are plans endorsed by AARP. Call United Healthcare today for your free decision guide. So, if you're on Medicare and want less out-of-pocket costs and more peace of mind, consider adding this. Consider adding this, an AARP Medicare supplement plan. Take charge of your healthcare today. Just use this or this to call United Healthcare about an AARP Medicare supplement plan.
Ready to fix your swing? Devin Bowbreak is here to help. With the Golf Fix, tackle every shot and shoot your lowest scores. With fun and easy and drills from Devin, you'll play your best golf ever.
All right, it is bringing kids to work day, as Jim reminded us earlier. There's our supervising producer, Ben Thompson's two children. Now, Ben once had red hair. I guess it's still kind of red, right? You can definitely see who his kids are, Augie and Campbell there, and that little guy is pretty cute. Oh, man, I miss those days. I miss those days. No. You don't miss them? No.
Nigga said, nah, I'm cool. I don't miss that shit.
Stay with us.
He said, I don't miss that shit.
Like catching lightning in a bottle.
Look at the motherfucker. What's this shit doing? The spy ain't doing nothing today.
At CME Group, we empower those who act. We deliver
It look like it's trying to do something, but
and capture
it ain't doing nothing.
in every market climate. across
That's not
every
doing
area
absolutely
class
nothing.
to seize each possibility
It
of
already done ran up.
life
It
moment.
ain't really too much more running it could do.
Opportunity is everywhere.
Your home needs work. Where do you go? Angie?
That's where Angie came in.
With Angie, find top-rated pros in your area, plus compare quotes and pricing to help you get all your jobs done well.
5 years ago, there were plenty of Sears and Kmart's, Toys R Us, but also companies like Walmart and Costco who are really more infrastructure-like. And I think that analogy will hold in software. Many of these companies who are really systems of record, they're deeply embedded. I think they have a good position, but the management teams are going to have to adjust. So I do think we're going to see here this spreading out. I also think overall in the sector, we have seen a re-rating lower in multiples because there's more uncertainty. And it goes beyond software to information services, professional services, really the white-collar world. So I do think we've seen a reset. And, of course, managers have to adjust valuations. We've done that in the software area. Multiples have come down quite a bit for these companies. So I think it's an evolving, sort of playing field. And companies cannot sit still. They're going to have to move into an agentic world.
And I know you were pretty early, Medallia, for example, in writing down the value of that loans. There have been reports that Thoma Bravo is handing back the keys to you and other lenders. Is that the case, John?
Well, I can't talk about the specifics of the situation. Medallia has been well reported to be having challenges well before AI. I mean, issues around its credit go back more than a year ago. I do think what's interesting there is it's a situation where we and the other lenders lent less than, I think, a third of the total cost. The equity sponsors had to lose more than $5 billion before you had a transfer here to the potential transfer to the lenders. But here again, the lenders also have taken write-downs. So the valuation multiples are down very dramatically. The overall value's down dramatically. I do think the business under a new management team can do much better here, but obviously they're going to have to pivot as well to this new world.
Blackstone's John Gray, and we're going to have more from my interview with John in the next hour. And it was that final question there. There's been this drama over Medallia. Does it become the poster child for software? But to be fair, as John mentioned, it was having issues even before all of the AI stuff.
Yeah, it has been well reported, but we're, I guess, waiting to see if Thoma Bravo indeed hands over the keys and if the creditors can make money on that business. Coming up in the next hour, Morgan Stanley's Andrew Sliman joins us at the desk. We will also talk with Caroline Hyde and CEO Bill McDermott, CEO of ServiceNow, Bill McDermott, and we'll focus in on what's going on in the Iran war. This is Bloomberg.
Think it's all about tech, bro? Huh? Rethink innovation in all its Invesco QQQ gives you access to the innovators of the NASDAQ 100 across hospitality, logistics, pharma, energy, travel, and more. All in one ETF.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more. And prospectus or summary prospectus at Invesco.com.
Good job, Mimi.
If market volatility hits your stock account, it's time to start using options. Sean and Pete Najarian show you how in their new book. Claim your free copy now at itsnotanoption.com. Itsnotanoption.com.
Some men just have it.
That's actually a dope ass name for a book.
CIDP is no walk in the park.
That's true.
But I take Vyvgart Hytrulo self-injection.
Same. It's the first major innovation in CIDP treatment in over 30 years.
Vyvgart Hytrulo has been proven to significantly reduce the risk of symptoms getting worse.
And I can treat my CIDP with 1 weekly self-injection.
Don't use if allergic to the ingredients. It can increase risk of infection and serious allergic infusion or injection-related reactions. Get help right away if you have rash, hives, swelling of the face, lips, throat, or tongue, breathing problems, low blood pressure, or fainting. Tell your doctor if you have infection or fever, high blood pressure, chills, or shivering, chest, stomach, or back pain, vaccinations, allergies, or infections. Most common side effects include respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection site reactions.
I'm hitting fairways with the fellas.
I'm hitting the road with my number one.
That's how we live vividly with Vyvgart Hytrulo.
Ask your neurologist about Vyvgart Hytrulo for self-injection.
It's a smart move to get a second opinion. You do it when you're definitely do it with medical advice. So why not with your stock market investments? We can help you see opportunities you may be missing. At Henyon & Walsh, it only takes a second to schedule your free second opinion. So what's there to lose? Speak to Henyon & Walsh, the second opinion people.
Can you give us, I think it's on everyone's mind, the latest on where the Iran negotiations stand?
I don't think that is good. They have to negotiate. They said two days ago, we will open the Strait. I said, no, we're not going to open the Strait until we have a final deal.
Oh, I'm waiting for Robin Hood to hit this line. Oh, if it hit this line, boy, please. Let it come down to that 83, baby. And I am buying. Let it come down to that 83, baby. See that line right there? If it tap that thing, if it breathe on that thing, I'm putting this call option in. Let's see what Netflix doing. Yeah, Netflix. Look at that. Look at this whole gap right here that gotta get filled. Look at that, but it still got some room to drop though. It gotta touch that 90. If it don't touch that 90, I ain't messing with it. Cause it could fuck around and fall through that bitch.
And then details on some big post-earnings moves from ServiceNow and IBM, including what IBM CEO told me about the global economy and...
Yeah, look at that shit. Look at that. Look at this big ass rear candle right here. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Sarah. Let's look and see what Sarah talking about.
You would see a spike in jobless claims, Americans filing for unemployment benefits. But what we've seen, we're on trend here. 214,000. It was a little higher than the 210,000 estimates, but it's right in line with what we have been seeing lately, especially on jobless claims. If you want to make a case for the economy doing well, being resilient, and the job market not being a problem, you look at the weekly jobless claims. These are continuing claims. Those. What are we hearing from companies, which is sort of more of an immediate take on what's going on out there with the economy as a result of higher gas prices and the war? Southwest CEO, echoing sort of what we heard from United earlier this week, like you've heard from others, they say we're seeing broad-based demand strength. That strength is in all geographies, it's across all fare structures, it's across business, it's leisure, and as far as we have visibility, that demand strength is across all forward months, which goes a little counter, Mike, to the idea that it's just high income spending cohort. Definitely more resilient in this moment, but it's not like we've seen any collapse. If you have companies like a Southwest, we heard it from Philip Morris as well yesterday, saying that they're not really seeing any demand.
Travel is not something that people quickly give up, it seems right now. So that's definitely, I do think is strong. So as far as they have visibility, it looks okay.
Yeah, and then American Express, which again caters a little bit more higher income. I mean, I thought that this was really telling. Card member spending grew 10% on a reported basis at Amex. And this is the highest quarterly growth in 3 years, driven by strong growth across both goods and services and T&E. expenses. We continue to see strong demand and engagement with our premium products across our customer base. Within the U.S. Platinum portfolio, we're seeing accelerated spend growth following the refresh while maintaining high retention rates after the fee increase.
While maintaining high retention rates.
I mean, Amex is a tell. Stock is down 2.5%, but overall, I think it sounded pretty bullish.
It does. I mean, I think that, you can kind of pull back and say whatever disruption, whatever energy, shock has taken place is not been.
I look like it's trying to bounce on this news.
We're going to see it, or we dodge the bullet. And basically, it's completely in the
Let me go on the minute chart. 5 minute pop. Let's see what's going on.
When you do have obviously a fiscal push, you're going to be 6% deficit, and corporate profits at a record high actually is a backstop for economic growth as well, because they don't have to cut back that much.
And the wealth effect, right?
Sure.
As long as the stock market keeps doing well, we've seen that helps the consumers. Just I thought also worth highlighting Pulte, because it's a home builder, and we know housing has been actually one of the weaker spots in the economy with higher mortgage rates. But even there, the CEO says demand conditions have remained on track with typical seasonal trends. Still in the quarter, we experienced stronger buyer traffic to our communities and sold more than 8,000 homes, which says consumers remained actively engaged in home buying. So even with some of the, weakness and issues in the mortgage market, for instance, high home prices, they also sort of echo this positive signal.
Yeah, they're trying to see the light. It's still been bumping along for a while, but that stock is actually kind of hung in there okay in the last little while. Let's get to the broader market as stocks come off another record-breaking session. Joining us now is Piper Sandler Chief Investment Strategist Michael Kantrowitz. Mike, good to see you. I know you're kind of looking for earnings and I guess what you might call the real underlying economy to start to give markets a bit of guidance here. So what are you expecting?
Yeah, the data we continue to see from the macro backdrop continues to suggest broadening. And specifically, even the month of April, we've gotten a handful of PMIs now. We got the Empire which was very strong. And just today, we got the S&P Global U.S. Manufacturing PMI, which is at a 4-year high. So this is now reflecting the increase in oil, and to me, continues to suggest that while we've lost the tailwind of lower oil prices, there is still plenty of pro-cyclical stimulus in the economy that's going to continue to propel things forward.
It's a bull market somewhere. It is always a bull market somewhere.
You had a really good 4 months when the average stock, cyclical stocks, had a run off of late October. Since then, it's been a little more mixed. As a matter of fact, on a 6-month basis, EcoWeight has given up its entire advantage over the NASDAQ 100. It's been semis and the AI trade kind of taking charge here. So how do you think it plays out in terms of how the market is going to digest all this?
Yeah, well, oil prices and even to some extent interest rates have really whipped around risk premium and therefore positioning and leadership in the last 6-7 weeks. So I guess what I think investors should continue to do is look at the fundamentals, see how they're evolving. It's really difficult, obviously, to predict where oil prices and therefore, to some extent, interest rates are headed. Our base case is that we're going to be stuck at a slightly higher level, that roughly where we are now, perhaps for the next several months, and we don't think that's going to be enough to stop the cyclical leadership. So yes, you've seen in the last 6-7 weeks a lot of the Mag 7 AI stocks take off. We'll see what they report in earnings. As we saw from the Tesla report, investors still have anxiety around CapEx. And again, looking at the earnings data, even within tech, you're seeing broadening out. Small cap tech stocks are up well over 20% this year, while the Mag 7 has certainly underperformed.
I guess the other piece of this is, the globe is also showing as if we're in this mode of higher nominal growth. I mean, even as much as the oil shock sort of bites other parts of the world more than the U.S., the markets are kind of geared for this higher nominal growth sort of world. What does that mean, do you think, if that's true, for rates at central banks and how that interacts with the market?
Well, the market, investors and policymakers and consumers have certainly have had a lot of inflation anxiety since the 2022 price shock. So I've been saying for the last several weeks that I'm more concerned if oil prices go up that they depress multiples and they lift credit spreads, and you start getting worried about inflation and rate hikes, more so than how much that could hit the economy. Anytime soon, certainly not from a exogenous supply shock from oil. In fact, I think that could actually end up being somewhat disinflationary in some measures of core inflation when you look at the Fed's own impulse reaction in their work from an oil spike. So again, I think you have to take a step back and lost lower oil, but we still have all the rate cuts we've seen. Mortgage rates are also starting to settle out. We're seeing this week better purchase activity in the housing sector, and the PMIs continue to see their positive momentum. So I still believe that coming down. Yes, in the near term, oil prices are whipping leadership around, but I think if we look out 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, we're going to be talking more about how strong the global and U.S. economy are, and particularly how broad they are, not so much about what's going on in the Middle East.
Yeah, well, you mentioned
the market do not care what's going on in the Middle East. The market is like whatever. Middle East, middle schmeesh. I need this fucking stock to come down to this damn line. God damn it. This joint will not drop to this 83 level. It's coming down there. Y'all see the line right there. I drew that line last night. You see it. It's coming. Come on down. Come on down, Robinhood. Or Netflix, man. These joints is playing around. That's because they want to shoot up. I need Netflix to come down. I need Netflix to come down to that 90. I need Robinhood to come down to that 83. It would be great entries. I might not get them now. Might not be able to get in there.
Unlike some money managers who sell products to earn commissions, we do not. We have a transparent fee structured so we do better when you do better.
Don't miss your free Smart Retirement Action Kit. Call 1-800-280-3659.
As a full-time fiduciary, our goal is to grow your wealth and help you retire comfortably.
A full-time fiduciary.
Retirement Action Kit today. Call 1-800.
You a full-time fiduciary.
It's always great to be around people that do the same thing you do.
I'm about to turn on YouTube. This should keep schedules for that shit.
Me going out and trying to find 20 people in my network, it's a time savings.
That free discourse and saying what you actually believe, that's what breeds solutions, ideas, and change.
Explore CNBC Council's memberships at cnbccouncils.com/success.
Do you have a life insurance policy you no longer need? Now you can sell your policy, even a term policy, for an immediate cash payment.
We thought we had planned carefully for our retirement.
But we quickly realized we needed a way to supplement our income.
If you have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may qualify to sell your policy. Don't cancel or let your policy lapse without finding out what it's worth. Visit CoventryDirect.com to find out.
Alright, y'all, what's up? What we looking at?
5900. Coventry Direct, redefining insurance.
Great work starts with a great workspace. That was the idea behind the original Veridesk.
Alright, y'all, it's been real.
From our latest desks and ergonomic seating.
It's been real.
And fast assembly.
It's been real.
That works for you. So you can
It's been real. Appreciate y'all. I mean, it's time to look at these stit knocks. Time to look at these stocks a little more, but got stuff to do. You know what I mean? Got stuff to do today. Got to get back on the grind. You know what I mean? Even though it's on, what is it, Wednesday? Thursday. It's Thursday, so one more day to Friday, but we ain't partying too hard on the weekend. You already know, man. We still gotta make it do what it do. Oh, look at this nigga. Let's see what this nigga talking about.
Should expect to see a very significant increase in capital expenditures.
Let's see what he's talking about.
Well justified.
Because Tesla dropped on that the earnings report yesterday.
Future revenue stream.
Colin Langan, he's Wells Fargo's auto
Sarah.
analyst, trading on Tesla on a price target of 125.
Hey, Sarah.
Colin, what do you think is it that concern about
Sarah,
capex
get her
increases and then
bust.
anticipation of negative free cash flow? Because revenue, earnings, gross margin trends were all pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's a couple things. One, I mean, if you actually look at
This
earnings,
blockhead
70%
ass
of the beat was
motherfucker.
actually driven by one item, so I wouldn't really annualize the results in Q1. They've actually called out a lot of that.
And this the thing. This why I'm gonna let it rock out a little more. This the thing. These the motherfuckers that's controlling the bread. These the motherfuckers know all about the bread. Look at this box head ass thing. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but shit, man, I know motherfuckers cooler than this nigga.
That it won't be material to revenue until next year. I mean, that's really like the last main catalyst, and this is very much a momentum type stock. So if you're waiting for that robo-taxi, to be material, it's a problem, right? So I think
Yeah, you just buying whole Tesla. I'm not selling none of my Tesla shares, nigga, because Tesla fell last night.
You can't trade these sort of big bets that Tesla's making.
Sarah.
That's been the wrong way to trade Tesla over the years.
I bust Sarah ass.
Well, I think you have a combination here of the fundamentals. I mean, the quarter, if you take out, some of the one-time items, wasn't really enough to justify
Let's see what Tesla done.
valuation. So the fundamentals remain very tough.
Let's see what the stock is doing on this
So
news.
a tough fundamental story.
Look at Tesla's stock. God damn, that shit is like.
In a period where there's no clear catalyst. Look, I mean, they talk
Damn. That shit just fell off a cliff soon as Bull got on TV. Who the fuck is Bull? Why did he just sink Tesla's stock like that? Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Even though they deployed in Austin and Dallas, it's a very small area, and so far it looks like very few vehicles. So it does seem like we're running out of things to get excited by, which is what often drives.
Ain't nobody hype on Tesla no more, bro. Especially after Elon said that racist ass shit. Ain't nobody fucking with Elon no more, man. I ain't selling my Tesla shares. I can tell you that. But I ain't hype on buying no options neither. This stock ain't going up no time soon.
Are you underestimating his ability to actually grab the imagination of his investor base and continue to say this is coming and will be delivered at some point, and that's what they care about? Forget about the near-term fundamentals.
I mean, I'm always looking at the stock and always
Hold up, let's go back. Why is my shit freezing? I had to go to YouTube. Stream YouTube on YouTube.
Despite warning of
Jamie Dimon.
CEO Jamie Dimon sees opportunity, or maybe because of those warnings, CEO Jamie Dimon sees opportunity as rivals face stress. And American Express is topping expectations as its premium.
This shit is pissing me off.
Both the self-driving and robo-taxis last night, and optimism progressing. Colin, thank you for joining us, though, with your take. We appreciate it. From Wells Fargo.
Did want to take a look at shares of Avis yet again, because we've been focused on
Avis
stock for
budget.
some period of time now, in part because of an enormous
60% in 2 days. Damn.
Of two major owners that own 108%. Yes, that is the correct.
108%.
Shares outstanding. SRS, which controls the company, and Pentwater. But over the last, let's call it, few hours of trading, later yesterday, starting at about 1:30, and then moving into today, Mike, this has collapsed.
Yeah.
It's still well above the price it was prior to the ramp, but nonetheless, the stock hit $847 yesterday.
Damn.
And it was one of these
$847 yesterday to $260 today. What the fuck happened with Avis? Let's go check it out.
Now, the why is almost irrelevant, and probably there isn't a why.
What is the
There isn't a why.
Is there news?
No, there's no
In
news.
terms of the upside?
There's no news.
No comment from the company whatsoever on all of these moves.
Like, what is going on? Look at the damn. This is a hell of a stock right here. Check this shit out, yo.
has come. What we have seen, obviously, is an enormous short squeeze, given that control. But there were 10.5 million shares short.
That's a hell of a stock, Chad. You the board puts right here. You've made a lot of money today.
And that may have been one reason why investors were not dissuaded from continuing to say this thing's going to fall.
Well, we have the makings.
Yeah, that joint. That thing coming down hard. She was saying this.
It took off around the time
saying this might come down. I drew my line, but I don't think it's coming back down there. Bloom. Let's see what Bloom doing. Bloom is still running. I've been trying to get into this stock since it was $100, and this joint will not stop running. Like it just will not stop running. See what Nvidia doing. Let's go on this minute chart right quick. Yep, Nvidia's falling today. I just keep on falling.
Not a bad 1 month performance, even down from 840.
Come on, baby.
In a few hours.
I was just looking at Hertz, which is a smaller rival.
I need Netflix to get down to that 90. Where's Robin Hood?
Not fly for sure. And as I've mentioned too, Avis made a further mockery of the Dow transports because
Come on, baby.
And it was the only
You almost there.
Didn't give any macro.
Give me what I'm on.
Still to come, the head of one NVIDIA-backed AI company betting that the future of the industry is open source. Plus, how the Iran war is impacting the consumer, according to the CEO of Raymond James. But first, today's tech tumbles from ServiceNow to IBM. We've got the numbers and exclusive comments from IBM CEO. That's next.
All right, y'all. There's some market open. Appreciate y'all for being here. Time to get this day started. Peace and blessings.